Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keza, and today we are going to be going over some of the deck lists and stats from the South Island State Championship. The North Island State Championship is only a couple of days away, and I thought it would be good if we sort of prepare ourselves mentally. Partly for my sake, because I don't know what the heck I'm going to run, but also like for you guys as well, so you can make some informed choices about what you can expect from this weekend's tournament. Because it's like my old flatmates always used to say, before you go jumping into another big weekend there, Kez, you want to have a think about what happened last time? Before we get into any of the nitty gritty, let's recap the action from last week's South Island State Championship. 46 players started off the day with high hopes, only for it to come crashing down for them, except for the lucky top 8. Despair was the most represented deck, followed by Eldritch, then Sword Soul, then True Dream. Sorry, don't know what happened there. And then Earth Machine, followed by all the cannon fodder. This converts to a top 8 ranking of Virtual World, followed in second place as Live Twins, Branded Despair, Branded Eldritch, Branded Predaplant, Pile, Branded Despair, and Drytron. Now we have some conversion stats with 66% of Despair making the top cut, making it a pretty good shout if you're going to play it this weekend, followed by 100% for all the rest. Yes, 100% of those decks played did make it into the top 8. But am I advocating playing Live Twins for North Island Champs? Hell no. The number is a lie. Just like that phone number you gave me. If you're watching, please call. Now let's start with the individual card breakdown for the top 8, starting with Handtraps. First up, we've got the most popular Handtrap being Ash Blossom there, being run by 6 duelists there for a copy of 2.33 copies per main deck. No one was on siding it, why would you? Card's too good. Infinite Impermanence is next up with 4 duelists deciding to play it, all playing the full 3 copies there if you were playing it. Effect Valor next with 3 duelists deciding to main it there, with the same deal with an average of 2.33 copies per deck. You're either on 3 or you're on 1. People running 1 were most likely playing it just for cross-out designated targets there. Then we've got Effect Failure, DD Crow and Nibiru there, all on 2 duelists maining it each. Then lastly we've got Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion being the last card in the main deck there. I believe that was piloted by one of the 60 card builds there. Then we've got Troll and Lockbird there, which is the most popular sided hand trap there, with 4 duelists deciding to put it in the side, all playing the extreme max of 3 copies there. And Token Collector being the last sided hand trap there, with 2 duelists deciding to side it for an average of 2 per side deck, and yet Sword Soul still couldn't top. Must be a skill issue. And next up we've got Backrow Hate, which I have differentiated a bit from the board breaking cards, which I will be putting in the next list here. Now we see here that no one in the top 8 was on any sort of real Backrow Hate in the main deck there, and why would you? A lot of combo decks about. A few decks were main decking a single copy of like Mystical Space Typhoon or Harpy's Feather Duster, but that was it. That was just purely to counter any sort of Mystic Mind plans that they'd see about, as opposed to any sort of like real Backrow decks they'd be versing here. But here we can see for the Backrow Hate, which was all on the side deck there. So the most popular one we see here is Twin Twisters, with 5 duelists deciding to play it here for an average of 3 copies per deck, followed up by 3 duelists playing a single copy of Red Reboot, because that's all you're allowed. And for me personally, I believe this is one of the best cards that you can be siding at the moment, especially if you're expecting a lot of Flunderies or Dimensional Barrier or that sort of thing. You need something to chain, shut it down, and be able to combo for the turn. So Red Reboot, really cool. If you weren't playing Twin Twisters though, you were playing Cosmic Cyclone. Only hits 1, but it does banish it at the cost of 1,000 life points, which can be detrimental if you plan to be playing a slower deck and going to time there. But the duelists that were playing it were again playing the 3 copies, pretty much in place of the Twin Twisters there. Lightning Storm though, next up, can hit the back row, can hit monsters as well, but is really susceptible to Floodgate cards like Anti-Spell Fragrance there. But yeah, we had 2 duelists there, running an average of 2.5 copies per deck, followed by a single Brave Soul, bless you sir, off the Night Beam train. Night Beaming away with just a single 2 copies in the side deck. Next up we've got the Board Breaker spells, which, as the name would suggest, are the cards that help you break your opponent's board. First, the most popular one, we had Super Polymerization with 3 duelists deciding to main it, 2 in the side, so making 5 out of the top 8 duelists having some sort of count of Super Polymerization in their deck across the main or sideboard with an average of 1.4 copies per deck. Next up, we've got the tried and true Forbidden Droplets there. 2 duelists deciding to main it, 1 duelist deciding to side it, all of them though playing the full 3 copies allowed there. Raigeki was next with 1 duelist deciding to main 2 copies of the card. Perhaps they couldn't afford droplets, maybe they didn't know Chalice existed. Who knows, they were on it. Next up we've got Dark Ruler No More with 1 duelist deciding to main it and 1 duelist deciding to side it with an average of 2.5 copies for deck there. And lastly though we've got Evenly Matched, nobody maining it but whopping 5 duelists putting it in their side decks there for the maximum 3 copies per deck. Was a pretty hot tick for the side decks down in the South Island, but will that carry over to the North Island champs? I'm not so sure. I think more duelists are going to be sort of going towards like Dark Ruler No More or like Lightning Storm or that sort of thing. Next up, everyone's favourite part of the tournament, and that is the Floodgates, the dreaded Floodgates. Coming in number 1, God help me, Mystic Mine. 1 duelist designed to main it, that would have been the 60 card Eldritch version, I believe. 2 duelists siding it, pretty much in place of like Dark Ruler No More or that sort of thing there. Next we've got Skill Drain with 1 player deciding to main it there for a full on 3 copies. I think we can guess who that was there. Same with Rivalry Awards though. Next up we've got Anti-Spell Fragrance, only 3 duelists siding it. That's actually quite surprising to be honest. That seems to be like rather a hot pick, and you can guarantee that any duelist that you face this weekend is more than likely going to be flushing a full 3 Anti-Spell Fragrances at you, and knowing a Yu-Gi-Oh player, maybe some Anti-Smell Fragrance as well. 2.66 copies, so like, yeah, most doing 3, probably someone only had 2 there, that sort of thing we're at. Dimensional Barrier though, we had 2 duelists maining it and 4 duelists siding it, so 6 duelists all on the Dimensional Barrier and some capacity there with an average of 2.5 copies per deck. Artifact Scythe, only 3 degenerates there doing Scythe combos, so go them. Playing the only 1 copy, that's all you need to go off. And Zombie World as well, 4 duelists there with a total average of 1 copy of Zombie World per deck. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. These have been some of the stats from the South Island champs here, so you can get a better idea of what you can expect from the North Island champs. Now the North Island and the South Island do tend to have pretty wildly diverse metas, just even between the 2 islands there, but I think it'll give you a really good idea of what you can expect in both the main deck and the side deck, or maybe some of the hand traps that you think that you should be playing for this weekend here. If you want a link to the deck lists that we used for this, that's in the description below. Would you believe it links to the Your Move TCG Facebook page? Funny that. But hope to see you guys this weekend. Take care, and as always, happy dueling. Catch you later. Whoa. Sorry guys, Kiers from the editing room here. Just remembered that we've got to give away that awesome and amazing mat from the great people at Sushi Knight Games here. So thank you to everyone that commented on the last video. Very much appreciated here. We've got all your names, all 8 of you. All 8 small but mighty names on the wheel here. So let's be scientific and give it a spin. And congratulations to Hot Doggins. Hot Doggins there, thank you very much for commenting. What deck did you let us know to say? Hot Doggins, Hot Doggins, Hot Doggins. I've got an old Noble Knight deck that you can borrow. Wow. I think we can do a little better than that, but thank you very much appreciated for the potential loaning of Noble Knights. Anyway, get in contact with us, Hot Doggins, and either through the Facebook page or comment below on this video here, and we'll get in touch with you and get that mat sent out to you, eh? Hey, thanks heaps again for watching. Ka kite.